Today's top five brought to you by Capital OTB Bet. We'll take a look back at last weekend's Kentucky Derby and 5 trip notes that may be worth taking a look back at. First off, we'll take a look at the number 1 post position, and Citizen Bull comes out of there and takes a right turn, so clearly affects some of the horses to the outside. Maybe worth making a note of that going forward, as there was a notable right turn in the first few strides out of the gate. Second up, number 18, Sovereignty. Take a look at the number 18 post position. Quotes after the race from Junior Alvarado was that he clipped heels, and you can see it there. You see a few strides out of the gate, a couple of horses come and kind of pinch him, and he does have a little bit of a stutter step there. So not a whole lot, and he overcame it obviously, but it is something he had to overcome, so maybe worth noting there. Clipped heels for Sovereignty early in the race. Number 9, Burnham Square, probably better than his eventual 6th place finish, given that midway down the backstretch, he was in a pretty good spot, up close and kind of saving ground on the rail, and then Admire Daytona cuts in front. He has to hold up. Admire Daytona then starts to back up. That moved Burnham Square back a notable few lengths and gave him something to overcome there. So again, the Burnham Square situation, getting a little bit stymied on the backstretch and into the turn, probably played into him finishing 6th, which was worse than I would think he would have finished with a better trip. Final Gambit, we'll note the sustained rally right here. Take a look on the backstretch. That's him in the absolute back of the pack. And then he gets the momentum and around the turn starts to get things really going. And into the stretch, he's on the far outside here, making a late run. And it was a very good late run to come up and wind up 4th in here. And finally, we'll just sit back and admire Sovereignty, who comes into the stretch and has to chase Journalism. Both of those two give a ding-dong battle down the stretch, and we haven't yet mentioned Baeza, the number 21 horse, who runs a pretty good-looking 3rd in here as well. So just wanted to note the winner with a 104 buyer figure, a very good performance for Sovereignty. So there's 5 to think about going forward out of the Kentucky Derby. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment.